Ministry can never be achieved by remote control. One needs to be present where the need occurs. Hello, my friends. As most of you doubtless know, in addition to many things that I have been doing in life through the years, I was for quite some time a professor at theological seminaries. And one thing that I hammered quite frequently towards my students was that ministry can never be achieved by remote control. In other words, one needs to be present where the need occurs so that a greater effect, I would say, would be experienced. I remember many years ago when I was also in the active pastoral ministry, I received in my office of pastoral care an urgent phone call that Mrs. So-and-so, a parishioner of the church, someone whom I knew very well, a very elderly lady, was en route to the emergency room of a certain hospital with which I was very familiar and which I had visited many times. So I left promptly everything on my desk because there was urgency there and I need to be present. So I rushed to that hospital, I parked my car and proceeded to the emergency room and there inquired where she was. But to my surprise, she had not yet arrived. They had the knowledge that she was en route and that should be there at any moment. It gave me a certain satisfaction that I was able to respond to their urgent call by arriving even before she herself had arrived. And when she saw me already there, both she and her husband were extremely grateful and utterly happy that their pastor, whom they had called only minutes earlier, was already there waiting for her. It's amazing how little gestures can sometimes make a tremendous positive difference. And I have no question that such was the case in that situation. In fact, for years thereafter, before her death, the family continued talking about that occurrence, that I was at the hospital even before the ambulance brought her to that location. Of course, as long as she was there, I revisited her on a few occasions at the room to which she had been assigned. And it is important that we realize that presence is very significant. As I stated just a moment ago, you cannot achieve these major tasks by remote control. Obviously, a phone call, a card, and all other such things would be beneficial and unquestionably would be appreciated by the individual and the family. But when somebody can be right there to answer questions, to give some reassurance, and to provide the warmth of the presence and the smile that can accompany that visit, a greater impact is made. And this is what I want to recommend to any of you who are lay people also involved in such visitation, be it at a private home, at a hospital, at a nursing home, or in any other type of situation that requires our physical presence and our emotional presence along with it. So let us do it, because countless people need our presence far more than we realize. And it is through presence that great things can be achieved. So think about it and do it to the extent that you are able and capable, and where the need arises for that action to be taken. Bye-bye.